at a time. It is May 27th, Friday, May 27th, and this is your daily financial news. This is a news show that you can count on 7 days a week. We have a playlist on the channel called the Daily Financial News. There's over 1,000 days in a row on this channel for the Daily Financial News, so check it out. We have to make very interesting calls about the future. Many of them we happen to get pretty close on many of these things. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being with me every day. Shout out to the 200 plus of you that generally join me live. Please know that I see you. I appreciate you. And thank you very much. To the 3,000-4,000 of you that watch it every day, thank you very much. Thank you for making the Daily Financial News a part of your day. I appreciate it. It is awesome to see that this Daily Financial News is becoming such a key part of a lot of people's days. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Let's get started. First and foremost, tomorrow morning, I am doing something I have never done before. I am going to do a Zoom call for all of my students. I sent out an invite via Teachable. Not everybody got it. I did it again last night. I'm hoping people got it. I also posted the link in our private Facebook group yesterday evening. The goal of this is for me to see if I could take micro chunks of my course, really dive in and help people understand the nuances. We are going to be talking about the buy box tomorrow. The buy box is the anchor, the platform, the pillar, whatever you want to call it, of everything else. Everything else that I'm trying to teach, buy box is where it all begins. I've lined up 2 of my students who have really taken their buy box to the next level. Obviously closed some deals, did some good or great deals. We will look at theirs as an example. My hope is that we also get to answer some key and common questions. My goal is to absolutely record the session. Assuming it is valuable, it will end up in the course as bonus material. If it proves to be chaotic and uneventful and I just do it badly, which may happen, I will just delete the video and try something else. So I'm going to give it an honest effort. If you're one of my students, feel free to join. It's going to be buy box only. So if you've already got that nailed, you don't need help, no big deal. This is for the folks that are there. Lastly, if you are interested in real estate investing, I suggest you buy the course, How to Get Started One Rental at a Time, today, because if you buy it today, I will send you the link so that you can join tomorrow and just be a fly on the wall. Just watch these other folks who have been in the course for a year or two. See what they're doing, because again, the buy box is step 1. If you buy the course, I will manually send you the link as I get notifications that it happened. So again, How to Get Started One Rental at a Time, private Facebook group, bonus sections. It's ridiculously cheap at $320 or whatever it is. So again, tomorrow, 9 a.m., I will admit I'm a little nervous. It feels like this might spin off the rails, but I'm going to give it an honest shot. So let's see what happens. Next up, the housing slowdown is real. I don't know about you, but I am so excited that the housing is slowing down. I don't know about you, but I hate making decisions in 7 seconds. We are committing hundreds of thousands of dollars. We are signing 30-year debt. I hate making decisions in 7 seconds. The housing slowdown is finally happening. It is happening at different rates in different areas, but it is happening. I am hearing from agents and brokers and investors, finally. And I did a video this morning specifically for homeowners, home buyers, owner occupants. I want you to realize that you have the power today. You are the one in charge. The affordability is low. If you are in the camp that still gets a loan done, you have the power. Get a better deal. Go ahead and watch that. Again, housing slowdown is real. Transactions are falling. Inventory is up. Price cuts are up. All of these things are happening. Prices are still up. We've already had that discussion. It's a math formula because we are losing the low end. So again, we've already talked about new home construction is falling 16%. Listings are up 9% from this week last year. More importantly, Listings are accelerating. If you look back, this is from Redfin. Over the last 4 weeks, listings are accelerating at twice the rate. Again, I am so happy for you. The housing slowdown has finally started. Pending home sales down 4%. Last weekend on Sunday, I told you that that number on Thursday was going to be the most important for our business. It was expected to be 1.6 negative. I said it was going to be worse. It was even worse than my worst case, right? I thought it would be around negative 2.4, negative 2.6. I was wrong. It was negative 4%. Again, the power is going to the buyer. It is a great time. Finally, it is coming. And again, folks, it has just started. This is housing moves a lot slower than most people want, but it has started. We have round the corner. If you are a buyer, slow down, take a breath, only do great deals. Affordability is clearly an issue. We have clearly lost a decent number of buyers, typically on the affordability or entry level or first time homeowners. If you are a still qualified buyer in that market, know that you have the power. That buyer used to make up 40%. It is now sub 20. Act like it. You have the power. Be aggressive on price. Write lower. Don't waive conditions. It is your time. Also, the interest rate trap is real. It is real. I call it supply destruction. Without question, there are people that are locked in that aren't moving that normally would. The housing market is slowing down. Now, some markets still love to tell me in the comments below, not slowing down here, not slowing down here. It's coming. Just wait. For example, an LA broker who routinely told me I was wrong, I'm an idiot, finally reached out to me yesterday and said, you might be right. And I'm like, what do you mean I might be right? He said, as a broker, we used to get 12 to 15 offers within 48 hours. On 10 of his last listings, he had 0 offers in 48 hours. At which point I asked him, and you're saying I might be right? Come on. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Admit it. Come on. The housing slowdown is real. Again, also, FOMO. This is just starting, folks. And I actually saw CNBC say something similar yesterday, which was really cute because we've been talking about it for a couple of weeks. Fear of missing out is now flipped to the seller. Yeah. As an investor, right? You saw me and my team talk about PropStream a couple weeks ago. I am fishing for those sellers. I am fishing for the sellers that remember the crash, right? I want a seller that's owned the property for 20 years. I want that person to remember the crash. My mailer's like, could it crash again? You want to sell at the peak? Let's talk about terms. Again, the 50, 40, 10 that we've talked about so much. I want a motivated seller. They're out there. They're out there increasing numbers. The market is turning. You and I can find them. PCE, again, PCE, personal consumption expenditure. It's only important because it's important to the Federal Reserve. And again, the Federal Reserve is really mucking things up. Frankly, they broke housing and other things. But PCE came in at 6.3 headline, 4.9 core. I hate core. Core takes out food and energy. And I'm like, what are you doing? So again, PCE came in at 6.3. I think it was 6.5, maybe, 6.5 a month ago. So again, it rolled over, just like CPI 8.5 to 8.3. I still think we get a wicked surprise next month. That is not a popular opinion. Lots of people, lots of smart people, lots of Wall Streeters are saying we've already had peak inflation. It is falling. The Fed's job is working. The Fed's going to not raise rates as high. To me, that's a dangerous bet. I hope you're right. I hate seeing what I'm seeing in the community, but that's a pretty risky bet. Because then, what if you think the inflation is peaked and the Fed will stop raising rates sooner? What are you doing? You are buying the dip. You might be buying the dip hand over fist, which will work unless you're wrong, and then it gets a little painful. Oh, lastly, Singapore. For all of you out there that want to, I don't know, punish, whatever you want to call it, the folks that are buying second homes, Singapore did something very interesting. Canada could try this as well. As you know, Canada, I think, recently extended their whole foreign buyers can't buy here thing. This might be a better approach. What Singapore said is, hey, everybody can buy one home, right? Buy one home, pay the mortgage, whatever it is. However, if you want to buy a second home, we're going to take whatever that price is and we're going to tack on 17%. So if you're a billionaire and you want a second home on the East Coast and the West Coast, great. You're going to spend 17% more. I don't know where that money goes. It probably goes into affordable housing. At least I hope it would. But that's a pretty interesting idea, right? Again, you're not saying you can't have a second home. You're saying if you get a second home, we're going to add 17%. Now, there's probably lots of loopholes and LLCs and entities and all of that stuff. I don't care. What we're talking about is that's an interesting idea. We're not saying you can't have a second home. We're just saying if you do, we're going to tack on 17%. I don't know. I thought that was pretty interesting. All right, what else do I got for today? It is very clear that we are seeing a K-shaped summer. I've been talking about that for a couple of weeks. I've dug into Macy's earnings announcements because, again, Macy's beat and raised like Nordstrom. Unlike Target, unlike Walmart, it is very, very clear that the wealthy, the well-to-do, remember, 25% of our population of consumers make up 75% of our consumer expenditures. It's a wild number. Now, those are round, it's not exact, but the top quarter, the top third make up a disproportionate amount of spending, and they are spending. It's why I don't think Q2 will be negative and thus an official recession crossed. Ulta Beauty. Ulta Beauty is interesting. Are we getting validation that return to office is finally happening? I think so. I think what we may see as we get through the summer is return to office more than one day a week is happening. Sequoia, and the reason I got this article is videos coming out today from the CEO of Hemlane. Hemlane is a private software company. We talked to the CEO, Dana, about what it's like to be a private company to raise capital. They just did a capital raise in November. We talk about it. We talk about burn rate. We talk about death cross. All that is very interesting stuff. It is actually why there's a lot of pain in the Silicon Valley and why the Silicon Valley is feeling the recession first. I think in the Valley, we are in a recession. The country, I don't think so. So we talk about that. What else do I got for you? I guess the last thing to talk about is I've gone back and collected the surprising inventory builds at a couple of retailers. Abercrombie & Fitch up 45%. And why is this important? Inventory bloats a balance sheet and means you have to discount, which means future earnings could be hurt. So Abercrombie & Fitch, 45% surprise. Target, 43. Kohl's, 40. Dick's Sporting Goods, 40. And Walmart, 24%. Again, about 6 months ago, we talked about companies double ordering. We talked about moving Christmas from December to the summer. This was why. All that inventory was double, triple ordered. It was sitting on a ship. It was delayed. It showed up at the wrong time. This is why I thought we should move Christmas to the summer, because you can get deals. Last December, I didn't find any sales. This summer, sales galore. It's why we should have moved Christmas. Let me check. Anything else interesting today? I guess the last thing to talk about, there's a gentleman that I have never heard of, or at least I don't remember hearing of. Alan Blender. Let's say Blender. Blender, the reason he is important is one of his past jobs was the former Fed vice chair. Think second in charge. He thinks there's a 50 to 60% chance of a recession next year. Folks, I have to agree. I just see so much. The economy is sick. No question. I just think there's enough forward inertia where the underlying numbers for GDP won't be negative. I think they will be negative next year. I also think inflation stabilizes or goes up, which would be horrible. I hope I am wrong. The housing slowdown is happening. We have been right about that. But again, what does that mean? It means be picky, write good offers. If you are an investor and you follow me, we are not writing any offers at list price. We are writing great deals for our portfolio. Know what that means? So again, if you want to know what all this means, buy the course today. Join the buy box discussion tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific. If you can't make it and it is valuable, I will post it in the group. If it's a total cluster mess up, I'll just delete it. I'm trying to find ways to interact with more of you, answer the deep, dark questions that makes everybody better. So fingers crossed, we will give it a shot tomorrow. So last thing, thank you for the suggestion. Somebody told me this the other day, said put the cards on the metal rim. So shout out you, or whoever told me that. It's not working. Don't eat that, Sonny. One sec. Hey, leave that alone. These little magnets, Sonny almost ate it. Not good. So maybe I have to try something else. Anyways, let's congratulate some people for doing the work. Todd, congratulations for getting your deal. Luke, congratulations for getting your deal. And Almontes, congratulations for getting your deal. Folks, this is something I do for myself. I'm trying to judge how helpful one rental at a time is. The book, the channel, courses, whatever. If you close a deal, house hack, Airbnb, whatever, I'm an easy grader. I want to send you one of these. So let me know. I just need your address. Again, Todd, Luke, and Almitas, your cards will go out in the mail today. Take care of yourself, everyone. Have fun. Bye.